This is the comedy event you've been waiting for.
Put it down, you fat bastard!
Comedian Robert Kelly will be performing live in front of an audience and streaming it right to your living room.
You're old as shit because your hair's feathered.
January 30th, 2021. Robert Kelly from Comedy Central, Netflix, and HBO will be doing his hilarious, crude, but vulnerable stand-up live from the Wall Street Theater and streaming it around the world right to you. Robert Kelly live stream pay-per-view from the Wall Street Theater, January 30th, 2021. Go online for tickets.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, a.k.a. The Dude, a.k.a. The King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calta and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the J.O. party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs, and it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live, YKWD live, all the Calta and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon, and you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there, and you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 gets you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show.
They're number one best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not because Bobby needs the money. This place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you.
Good afternoon. Good evening. How are you?
What's up?
How are you kids doing?
How you doing, Bubba? What's going on?
I hate that you call me that.
Oh, sorry. What's up? I forget.
Hey, Dano, how you doing?
Wow. I get it. Touche. I just got done with Kevin Brennan's podcast.
Oh, how's he doing? How's his toe?
What's wrong with his toe? Oh, I forgot to bring that up.
How could you forget? It's been haunting my memories since yesterday.
Well, because Kevin, triggers you. He starts fucking, me. Well, I was screaming and yelling. He quit his own podcast today. He was like, I'm leaving. I'm out. And he took his headphones off. I go, what? You can just scream at me and I'm supposed to fucking just take it?
He quit because of you?
Yeah, I was screaming at him.
That's so funny.
And then I was like, you can't quit your own podcast, you pussy. You can't leave your show because I'm yelling at you.
What were you yelling at him about?
Because he's Kevin.
Yes.
But I did get him to agree to do the punch out for you.
Shut the fuck up. Who would he fight?
Anybody. I think he wanted to fight Leslie Jones or Gary Gulman.
I can get Gary Goldman to do it.
But
I can get Gary Goldman to do it.
Gary would kill him.
Well, let's not say that to Kevin.
You should get Chad to fight Kevin.
Chad Zumach?
Chad is his producer. And Chad's so funny because Chad sits there and he has a little captain hat on and he just brings stuff up that he knows. Bobby, you once said, and he just brings it up and throws it. He just pours gas on the fire, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Chad is take all the felonies away from Chad. He's a good radio guy.
I think so.
Yeah, he knows. He gets it.
But Chad's not an asshole, too, though. You know what I mean?
No, but he knows how to evoke emotion.
Yeah. Yeah. He's That'd be great to see. To see them fight.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I could get Gary Goldman, and if Gary Goldman won't do it, I will get somebody to annoy Kevin so much that he'll want to fight that guy.
Yeah, how much money would he make?
$1,000. Kevin, that's more than he's making in a weekend.
Yeah.
So
and then
it's fucking 3 rounds.
Yeah, and I called. We were fighting about why he left my network. I sold him to Kumia Network.
You sold him? You traded him for cattle?
I sold him for $3,000.
Oh, how'd you come up with that price?
I don't know. We just came up with it.
What would you sell me?
Well, we had a song. We had all the stuff, all the money we put into his show. You understand? So we added it up, and then we threw an extra $500 on top of that.
All right, break this down for me, okay? Because I don't know, and I'm sure that there's curiosity of a lot of people listening to the show as well.
Yeah.
If I have a podcast and I want to be on Kumia's network, say, so I call Anthony and I'd say, hey, I have a show. I'd like to be on your network. He says, okay, we will pay you this amount of money. Or he says, how does that work?
No, on his network, yes, because he's behind a paywall.
So he is getting money.
On Riotcast, you got, we started, Riotcast was different. Riotcast, what we tried to do and we failed, we should have got almost like a board of directors, like All Things Comedy. Right. With Boss and Bonnie, Jim Norton, me, Nick DiPaolo, Lenny and Kevin. And we should have, Florentine, and we should have started that network, and we all would have stuck together and promoted each other and won on each other's shows. And when Sirius came and knocking, we told them to go fuck themselves. We could have got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I think made a lot of money helping each other promote, right? We were missing one big star, like a Rogan or a Burr. Yeah. If we could have got one of those, it would have been great. But as soon as Sirius went to Voss and Bonnie, they went with him. As soon as Sirius went to Nick, he just took the offer. Same thing with Live from the Comedy, the table.
Was Riotcast paying them a salary, or
we were no salary because we weren't making money. The only money we made off, the only money we still make is off of advertising. We get money off of advertising, and we were only making 20% when other networks were taking 50%.
So who is getting the money? Oh, you're saying Riotcast was getting 20% and the talent was getting the rest.
Yeah, so our money,
70-20 splits or 80-20 split. It's pretty good.
It's huge. And we were trying to build something, but what happened was that Sirius kept coming underneath us and offering, we would create these awesome shows. They would come in and go, hey, come over here.
What is stopping us from creating a new network?
What's that?
What is stopping us from creating a new network with the next generation of podcasters? Well,
I already am doing that with the Laugh Button Live. The Laugh Button Podcast Network is I have a piece of it. Rob Sprant sold Riotcast to the Syndicate and Laugh Button at 800 Pound Gorilla. I foregoed some of my percentage of the network to have, be part of the whole thing instead of just the you know what I mean?
Smart.
And we, before COVID, we were ramping up, man. We were doing albums, we were doing specials, we're doing podcasts, of course. We want to do tours. So
yeah, you were ramped up to do like every major comedy festival.
I was in 5 festivals. All of our shows, like Greg Stone and DeVito and Cannon and Feeney and Sagalo, and we were all going to these festivals as Laugh Button Podcast Network, doing comedy and doing podcasts. So,
gotcha.
It just COVID fucking really stepped on it.
That sucks.
It sucks.
I've got a good idea that I thought about. Do you realize let me just give you the evolution real quick. I'm not saying anybody stole anything. I'm just telling you this is just how this evolved.
Yeah.
So
well, real quick to interrupt you, Mike. That's
Yeah.
also what Bobby was already doing.
What do you mean?
It isn't just comedians. Bobby was getting other non-comedians too.
Yeah. That's the way to go. Because a comedian.
I had a woman, this therapist, was going to do an hour podcast with comics. This New York Times therapist, we were all set to go. It was going to be a black and white 4K shoot.
You should stop talking. We should still do this. It's a fucking great idea.
Yeah.
So I've been doing Bone TV. Back when I was Cowheaded, we did Cowhead TV.
Right.
And what we did was we set up the cameras in the studio and we did it all ourselves. The station didn't really have the foresight to see what we should be doing. So we set it up and we did it on our own. I actually had a TV show on regular television on the WB or one of those bullshit networks. And it did really well. It was the highest ratings they ever got, but there was no money to be made. And it cost so much money to produce the show that we were busting our ass to break even. And I'm like, this isn't making sense. So we took it off the TV and we just put it on the internet. And then that way we figured at some point we'd sell the idea to Cox, or Cox could sell it and we'd split the revenue with them. And that was the plan. So then Bert started doing a podcast and we had on my thing, my show was on in afternoons, and then X-Pac, the wrestler, would come in the studio after me and he would do his show live from my studio and take phone calls and all that stuff. And then after that, Spanish would do a show called The Spanish Segundo, where he did the same thing, where he took phone calls and he did it because we had the phone lines and all those things because we were doing it from the radio studio, but it didn't go on the air. It just went on the internet. And I remember talking to you and telling you what I was trying to do. And I'm like, instead of just doing my show, I wanted to get a lineup of shows and put out a network. And I'll never forget, you were like, that's a great fucking idea. And then you went on Opie and Anthony's show. This is before you and I were friends. We just kind of knew each other. And Opie and Anthony, you were talking to them, and I remember Opie said something about Sirius, and you go, well, listen to what Cowhead's trying to do. Cowhead wants to do this, this, and this. And you were like really hyped on the idea. And Opie just shit on it. He goes, yeah, tell him good luck with that shit. I was like, but you had the foresight to see that was the future, and that was the way to go.
What happened is that Rob Sprance, I did my podcast out of my apartment in New York.
Right.
It's me and Joe DeRosa. And it got really popular. And then we added Dan Soder, and everybody really wanted to be on this fucking thing. And so I got an email from Rob Sprance saying he had this it was called Glory Hole Network. And he had 4 shows. And they were a little edgy, Stern fans, Opie and Anthony fans. And he wanted Jim Florentine and me to be part of his network. And I was like, what's the fucking benefit of me? What I go, yeah, I'll do it. You give me a percentage of your network and I'll do it.
Right.
And he goes, all right, I'll give you I'll give you 40%, I'll give 40%, and we'll give 10% to my other guy. And I go, I'm going to give 50%. And if you want to give that guy 10% of your money, go ahead. And he goes, all right, fuck him. Right. So then that's how that started between me and Rob. And then, I was on Red Eye one night and he was like, they were like, give it up for Robert Kelly. He's on the, we can't say that. So I was like, we need to change this name. And we came up with Riotcast. I think he came up with that. So we changed that. And then I just started pitching shows I just started seeing shows. Like I was looking at Rich and Bonnie. I'm like, you guys, every time you're together, it's a fucking nightmare, hilarious conversation. And that's when I was like, you should do a show together. And they were like, what? And blah, 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 and blah, blah. And even all the way to fucking Chip. We walked up to him. We go, you should do a 15-minute show of Chip Chipperson.
Yeah.
And you should do it once a week, 15 minutes. And he was like, all right. And we, Nick DiPaolo, as soon as he got fired, we were like, Nick, you should be doing a show
where you could say whatever you want.
Say whatever you want. We had his theme music he still uses. We paid for. We got the guy from Blue Oyster Cult to do it.
Really?
Live from the table with Noam. That was me at the table, and he was like, "You should do this every week." I was like, "You should do this every week."
I think you and I should start another network and we should bring in people that are not all comedians, like just other hosts. And I think we could start something because we get it. We know where it's going. And I think there's a lot of talent out there. And John's incorrect when he says most higher ups in terrestrial radio have no idea what to do a podcast. You're mostly wrong because you don't know any higher ups in terrestrial radio. Second of all, it's not a matter of the not knowing what to do with it. It's not being able.
I hope that's John Travolta.
A podcast is not a radio show. There's a big difference, although people want to say they're the same thing. And one has to be treated a certain way because of FCC and because of advertisers and all that stuff. And the podcast is different. But I think we could put together an entertaining network. And I don't know if that goes against what you're doing or, in competition with what you're doing. But I think that's where I'm headed. I think that's what I mean in addition to this show.
I mean, that's what I'm doing. So I think it's great. But I mean, the fact that you're going outside of comedy, I think is great.
Yeah.
Because, I like when I was talking to, I talked to Noam about it. There's a couple people that I was like, dude, I would love to. When I sat down with that lady, that therapist, my idea for this show was going to be awesome. She was going to be in the room with that person. She's still going to do it. It's just going to have to be after COVID. But, and we can put this on health, not comedy.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, I think it would be a great episode of this woman who is like a highly touted therapist sitting down with Jim Norton or sitting down with me and being in on that.
Bobby, I'm telling you, so my wife's a therapist and X-Pac, he's been through some shit, man. And there were days where X-Pac tried to kill himself a couple of times. He was on drugs. He overdosed on drugs and died and came back. He's had a fucked up life. He was molested when he was a kid. And he has kids. And he's filled with guilt about the way he treated the kids and like not being a good father and all that. So there would be days where he would just come in and cry. And I was like, dude, you gotta fucking have a therapist. And he's like, I know. So we had my wife go in for a therapy session and we filmed that. And it was fucking riveting because he was open and honest and talked about everything. And you didn't really have to be famous to do it. The fact that he was, but there were a lot of women and shit who didn't listen to the show. They didn't know who the fuck he was. And they enjoyed it because it's interesting to look in somebody's life like that and do it where the fact that they forget they're even being recorded.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Your belly button.
It's tomorrow, buddy. Why am I stuttering again, buddy? Why am I
freezing up a little?
Why am I lagging?
You're fine now on my end, but it did stutter for a second.
All right. I'm not lagging. I'm not latency yet coming out.
No, sir.
Yeah, dude. Look, I think that this whole thing that we're doing is
Sorry.
What a dick.
Another gift from Shepherd Claus.
I'm not even finishing my sentence.
Joe Russell owes me $100.
Why?
Because I watched a stupid cheese show today.
Yeah.
And it made me go buy the cheese that they were testing.
And you hated it?
I didn't get it yet. I just bought it today. Dude, they made that cheese look so fucking good. I got online and I bought it right after I watched the show. That place should sponsor their show. Jasper Farms.
Yeah, I saw the cheese show today too. I'm nervous about tomorrow.
Listen to me.
Can I tell you why I'm nervous before you give me a pep talk?
Only a 30%
Before you give me a pep talk.
Yeah.
Before you give me, you son of a bitch. Nah, it's not that. It's that I know I shit in the mornings.
You shit in the mornings?
I shit in the mornings.
Okay.
So when I have to go somewhere, I usually have to wake up a little earlier and get a little, something in me, and then I shit. But I can't have it after 12 tonight. I can't have anything.
You can't.
And I'm gonna have all this shit in me, and I'm gonna fucking go to the goddamn thing, and I'm not gonna shit.
So you think you'll be backed up?
Well, I think I'm gonna shit in the operation room.
Can you shit tonight? Can you take something to make you shit?
No.
What if it's a fruit?
I can't. You're a fruit.
I'm trying to see if I can get Dr. D to come on the air with us so that you can not be nervous. There should be a Creeps for Kids type podcast, parents talking about their kids and stuff. That's good, Lou. I like that. I have to tell you, you know who I think would be good is I want to stay away from comedians. There are a couple of people like I would love to get. Me and Swigs were going to start a network, but Swigs is he's been sober for all these years, and he wanted to do a network that kind of would help people, and like a show that's all about like a network about self-help, and because then he wanted me to do like an interview show, and I'm like the two of them together don't really match. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Because I don't know. It just didn't. Exactly. I did the same thing. I was like, all right, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. Turned out it was too much.
But you don't believe in self-help.
You're right. But that was part of. So here's the thing. Here's how it started. I was telling him about you telling me about you getting sober, and I'm so into other people's stories, and I can't relate to them because I don't do drugs. I don't really drink that much. And then when Ben told me about his and what an asshole he was when he was fucking high and all that, I'm so into that story. So I thought the idea would be to get somebody who is a non addict to interview the addict about their sobriety, and that's how everything kind of steamrolled, which I still think is a good idea. There's because a non addict will ask the questions that the addicts already know the answer to, so they may not think to ask. But I'm just filled with questions. I want to know.
Yeah, but non-addicts don't know. Well, yeah, that'd be good because they wouldn't know about it. But non-addicts wouldn't be good to talk to an addict because there's gonna, it's gonna be very preachy.
No, because I'm curious. I'm curious. So if I said to you, so when you were out doing the, jerking guys off for drug money, where was your family? Not you. I'm just saying in general, that's something that, somebody who's in recovery might go, you don't want to ask about that, or you don't want to, everybody kind of knows that. Whereas the guy like me has just got questions, and I'm just going to roll out my questions. I'm not judging you. I'm just asking you.
But why don't we do a show where me, you, and Voss, or somebody like that, like maybe 3 comedians, we give away free therapy to people.
Ooh, stand by. The doctor's calling. Hey, Paulie.
Hey, what's up?
I got you on the podcast. You got a second to talk?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, forever.
Okay, so I'm talking to Bobby, and he's going in for his belly button. What do you have? A hernia?
Yeah.
They're fixing it.
Umbilical hernia.
Is that what you have, Bob?
Yes.
So they're going to fix that tomorrow. And first of all, he's worried. He's worried because he's got to have surgery. But his real big concern is he's not allowed to eat after midnight. And he's used to eating and then shitting in the morning. And he's not going to be able to shit. So he's afraid that when he goes into surgery, he's going to have one in the pipe.
No, he's fine. He's completely fine.
Why?
I don't know. He's been known to shit.
No, can I just say something, yeah. Doc? First of all, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, number 2.5?
2.5. That's right. I'm number 2 right now.
Now, listen, I haven't used Q-tips barely. I think one time since I've seen you last.
Your ears must
keep on using Q-tips. You got to keep me in business.
Okay, that's just the wrong advice. But listen, I thought you were gonna be proud of me. But okay, so I usually shit. I wake up in the morning and I dump right away. Like I take a sip of coffee and it comes out of me, and I shit like clockwork every morning. Now I'm not gonna eat after 12, and I can't. I'm gonna wake up at like 5. Okay, and then I gotta go, and I'm worried that I'm gonna get to the hospital, and I'm gonna have to shit when I'm under.
You don't worry, you will not shit when you're under.
Why?
It just so it doesn't happen because they're going to put you on anesthesia, and they usually give you narcotics anyways, which bind you up.
That's true.
So the shit that I have.
You get narcotics initially, so you won't shit till later.
Okay, now when I do go shit because my belly button's a little fucked up, is that shit gonna hurt?
No. It should. I mean, it'll hurt your belly button a little bit, but that belly button's not connected anymore to your colon.
So they're disconnecting it from my colon.
Your belly button's not connected to your fucking colon. Haven't you taken
the doctor talk to me? Not you.
Anatomy class?
Can you the doctor talk?
It has some ligaments that's close to your liver, and that's how your mom like gives you blood during. That's your how you change nutrients and oxygen with your mom when you're in the womb through your.
Yo, that was a long time ago.
It is, but there's still like ligaments that are like little attachments to your liver through your umbilicus.
All right, so I should wake up an hour earlier and try to shit.
You can if you want to. Don't worry about taking a dump. You'll be fine. Don't worry. If it happens on the table, it happens to all of us.
What if he shits all over?
Wait a minute. Wait.
No, he will not. He will not poop. I promise you.
Wait a second. Wait. You just said it.
You won't. I don't think I've had people pee themselves.
You just said it. That they shit on the table.
I think you would remember if you did.
Did Amanda shit?
I mean, I've had people pee themselves, but that's because we didn't put a Foley in, and we didn't put a catheter in, and they went more than 3 or 4 hours of surgery.
They don't listen to me. You're going to be fine. Now, the more important thing is how many people, what's the percentage of people that they get like the anesthesia is wrong or something and something happens to them?
So they say anesthesia, you're more likely to get in a car accident than have an accident with anesthesia. The numbers is like, I think it's like 1 in 60,000 for car accidents. It's like 1 in over 100,000 for anesthesia accidents.
Yeah, so
it's more dangerous to drive to your procedure than there's more accidents that happen driving to your procedure. I guess people are nervous and stuff like that than have anesthesia problems.
Okay.
Will they look at his small ding ding while he's under there?
Yeah.
Probably they won't. Yeah. We'll usually shave it in the cute colors and put a
No, listen, I'm serious because I know the guy. He's from my cigar club. Is he going to see my little fucking pecker while I'm under?
Of course he's going to see your pecker. He'll probably flick it. Flick, flick, flick.
No. We usually keep for that kind of surgery, you're naked, but we're not going to. It's quick. It's quick surgery.
Yeah, but are they gonna now I know that, so I'm going to go under. And then they're going to have to
do mesh. Are they going to do mesh?
Yeah, mesh.
What kind of mesh? Do you remember? Is it natural or is it?
Why?
One's good and one's bad.
No, not everything's fine. All mesh is good. It's just sometimes they use Gore-Tex, sometimes they use polypropylene, sometimes they use they can use a synthetic mesh.
Spider webs.
Maybe.
Do you know what you're getting, Bob?
I don't know what type I'm getting. Is one better than the other?
It's whichever one the surgeon feels more comfortable using.
Okay, let me ask you though.
What he likes to use.
I'm serious though. Is my ding ding?
No, I'm serious. I'm 100% serious.
He's worried about his ding. What about your ding ding?
Is my ding ding gonna come out during this? Are they gonna whip my car? Are they gonna just pick up the skirt and my junk's gonna hang out?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Yeah, there's going to be pictures on the web tomorrow. I'll find them for you.
No, the doctor, listen to me. Number 2.5.
FunnyNakedGuys.com is going to have new entries tomorrow.
Are they going to?
HairlessBears.com is going to get some pictures tomorrow.
Are you done? Can I ask him a serious question?
Naked Cubs. Okay, now I'm done.
Are they, okay, when you get a regular massage and the girl tucks your pecker in real nice with the sheet so your shit don't come out?
I don't. Sorry, the number of times I've had massages, I think I had one on my honeymoon, and it's right next to my wife.
Well, you waited too long to do it.
What the hell? What are you doing?
I had when I was like 16, and it was one of those Asian massage parlors, and the girl touched my ding ding. I ran out of there so fast I lost a shoe, and I got the name. I literally got the name One Shoe Polly in high school. Every single girl probably One Shoe.
Oh well, guess what your nickname is again? One Shoe Polly.
Yeah, you know where it was? It was in Portchester. It was Portchester or this other place that we.
I bet it was a hush puppy.
I don't know. The girl touched my. Everybody's picking girls out. You ring the doorbell. All the girls come out. All these guys are picking these little girls, these 100-pound girls. I was like, I want the 90-year-old a 300-pound Asian girl in front, and everybody's like, all right, everybody's got his thing. They thought I had a thing. I'm like, I didn't know what was going on. I was 16. I'd never seen breasts before, and they were giving me my massage, and the girl was like touching my junk. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then she grabbed it, and she's like, you tip? I'm like, no, dude, get the hell out of here. I'm 16, dude. I grabbed my junk. I grabbed my clothes out and ran downstairs. It was snowing. It was horrible. I waited in the car shivering. I thought I was like, I just got touched. I just got molested every single week. Everyone was laughing at me. They're like, what? That's what you went there for? I was like, I was going there for the massage. Like, we figured that when you picked the 300-pound Asian girl in front.
Bobby, you should wear a fake mustache tomorrow so they don't recognize you.
That's right.
Well, I'm serious though. Like when they do the surgery,
wear nice underwear. We comment on that. Wear nice underwear. Don't wear any underwear.
So wear cool underwear.
At least, yeah, with cigars on it.
Okay, so they're not gonna. I wear my underwear underneath, and they're not gonna take my underwear down, right?
They probably because they have to sterilize you pretty much from the top of your hips. They're probably gonna tell you to take your underwear off.
What about when his pee-pee goes in his little hole, and first when they take the thing off, they gotta go, oh my god, he doesn't have a pee-pee.
Make sure you're clean. Make sure you're cleaned up a little bit down there too.
Shave it up.
What do you mean cleaned up? Talk to me.
Well, you want to look good when we find those pictures on the web.
So they're going to look at. You know what he's saying. He's already said they looked at your underwear. They're gonna be looking at your overgrown pubic hair. Basically, they're gonna have to look at it at some point. You might as well make it presentable.
So you're saying I got to trim my bush fat tonight?
Okay, trim it up a little bit.
I trim my bush fat, wear nice underwear, and now.
And don't shit yourself.
But they're not.
We can try for cool designs. Maybe like a lightning bolt on top or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you're just in Florida, so maybe I don't know, like Minnie Mouse ears.
Maybe shave into your pubes. Shave. Yes. Don't look at my pecker.
Home of the Whopper.
All right, so my dick is definitely going to be seen tomorrow.
Yes, just bury. This is
yes.
it. This is
Let him answer it.
I am answering for. He's very.
I don't want you to answer.
I'm giving you the sad truth. He's giving you the diplomatic. I'm a doctor. I got to say the right things. Answer. They're looking at your dick.
They're definitely going to look at your penis,
and they're going to talk about it.
At least one.
Somebody will make some comment about your unsatisfied wife.
Is that
other than me?
Other than you, somebody's gonna go, "Whoa, what are we doing? Are we putting a dick on this guy today?" And they're gonna go, "No, hernia." And they're gonna be like, "Jesus, this guy's never gonna have kids." And they're gonna go, "He already has a kid." And go, "How the fuck did he have a kid with this thing?" Because at this point, sometimes it likes to go in.
Really? I don't know about that.
Sometimes, listen, sometimes it looks like a cocktail weenie with one end bitten off.
Jesus.
But only for protection, like a turtle. And then when it's time to work, it comes out and grows to great lengths.
That's not my dick, doctor. He's making this up. That's his dick.
Yeah, mine sometimes it doesn't go in, but it kind of goes down to like a golden tee. That little ball on the golden tee with just the head just popping up like, what's up here?
All right, well, if he's admitting that.
Yeah, exactly. Acorn in the bird's nest.
So mine looks like China's clit.
Jesus, that's big.
That was big.
You're hung well.
Yeah.
Okay. So wear underwear. Try to shit in the morning, and then shave my pubis.
Yeah, and definitely take a shower. I shit you not. Take a shower and clean your belly button out.
Why have you had people come in not showered?
I had to. You take a shower in the morning and definitely clean your belly button out. If you have antibacterial soap, I fuck you not. If you have any antibacterial soap, just wash your from the top of your nipples all the way down to your pecker.
Yeah, get on it. What's
antibacterial soap?
Like a soap.
Yeah, just like stuff like I don't know. Just, you wash your hands with it. It says antibacterial soap.
Not one that like smells like coconut and fucking honey.
No, nothing. Yeah, no oils or anything like that. And then if you can you shave your belly? True, I'm not fucking around. Shave your belly because we'll do it for you. Not well.
Yeah.
Okay, so wash everything, shave my pubes, wear underwear, try
shave
to
take
your belly, like
shave your belly.
Make sure there's no hair.
Shave my belly.
Yeah.
All right.
What about my nipples?
No, don't shave those. No, shave one.
You don't have to all the way. You can if you want, but from right underneath the crease of your breast, like to your sternum or whatever, mid chest.
Let me speak to him in man talk. Underneath your titty fat, all the way down to your third roll.
There you go.
Shave it good.
All right. So but you're saying that if I wake up tomorrow and I don't have to shit. Now here's my question. I get to the hospital, they get me in, I'm all ready to go, and then I have to shit. Can you shit before the operation in the hospital?
Yeah, they want you to.
Yeah.
Yes. You could pee, you could dump, you could do whatever you want. They definitely want you to.
So before they give me the juice, I can be like, look, I got to take a dump, and they'll let me go.
Yeah. No, we want you to pee or poop or anything like that before.
Clean out the hopper.
Okay, great. And my COVID test came back negative today, by the way.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Doc, you're the best. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
You put Bobby's mind at ease about the surgery, but got him.
I'll text you through the app. I think I have your phone. I don't know. I don't think
I'll text it to you.
Text it to me.
All right. See you, pal. Care. Bye. There you go. The great Dr. Di Pasquale. He's the best. So you feel way better about the surgery. You don't have to worry about dying or getting hurt or anything like that. But know that they're going to look at your pecker. But listen to me, Bobby. Listen to me.
Yeah.
You can't exercise your pecker. You can't make it grow. They don't look at it and go, oh, if only this guy would have done more pecker push-ups, he'd have a bigger dick. So they can't judge you. It's what you've been given.
I'm not worried about my pecker as much as I'm worried about pooping on the table.
You're not going to shit on the table.
Do you know what I mean? Like I know, but I'm just worried that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, but see, Sarah says you won't shit so much because you don't eat after midnight. Honey, that's not how it works. I wake up in the morning and I sip something and I shit. I shit like right away.
So get up early, drink a coffee, shit in the morning,
take a
shower and go.
Can't have anything after
coffee.
Can't have anything after midnight.
This is an awful surgery to have.
Well, any surgery is like that.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So.
That's true. If they pictures hit the internet, we'll just tell everybody it's Mutsy.
So there you go. And then tomorrow I'll be laid up.
All right.
We got Rich Voss doing the show tomorrow with Mike Calta. I might not have a job Tuesday.
Why?
Because you might hit it off with Rich.
First of all, I am going to hit it off Rich. Rich and I are going to do great together, but no, Rich Voss of all people is not going to replace you.
Who would replace me?
Verzi's pretty close because he's like a younger, newer version of you. Not close to replacing you. No. He's pretty close to you, not close to replacing you. He's pretty close. He's like you guys would be up for the same role. You guys.
If someone would replace me, who would it be? Who would be dream replacement for me?
I don't know. I like somebody I could talk to. Like, I don't think I could do a show with Bert because Bert and I know each other so well. We're always like, oh, dude. It would just be us doing this. Oh, dude. Hold on, listen. And there'd be a lot of us interrupting each other. I don't know. I mean, I like Verzi. I like Cannon. I don't know. The problem is...
I'm talking dream, dude. You can pick anybody.
Oh, in the world?
Yes.
Ooh. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. It'd probably be another radio person, I would assume.
Really?
Yeah.
Like who?
I don't know. Like, I'd like to. I don't know, Bobby. This is very deep. I'd like to do with probably another radio. I don't know. I'd have to think of some other radio host I like.
Like who? You must know some.
I do, but I don't know. I don't know. I know I'd do something cool with the Stengel brothers if I had both of them. Not Jim Norton. Jim Norton and I do great together, like in segments, but I don't know that we'd necessarily do a good show together because Jim lets me lead him down the path too easily.
Right.
I would say, Bob, if it wasn't you, I probably would retire. That's my answer.
I would say Verzi.
I would say Verzi would be good, but I would do a show with Cumia, but it'd be interesting because like I was always the funny guy, but then when I started working with Galvin's the funny guy. I became kind of the straight guy. So if I go and do a show with Cumia, I'm going to end up being by default the liberal on the show, even though I'm not. I'm be the gun-toting liberal.
Right.
I'd definitely do a show with Bill Cosby. I don't know. The only other person that there's two people that asked me to do a podcast that I was considering. One was what's his name? Heffron.
John Heffron.
John Heffron and I share a lot of interest, and he is one interesting cat.
Now? How come he won't do our show?
He will. He'd do it. Listen. I asked him one time. He didn't make himself available. That's it. I'm not going to chase you. He'll do it. And then the other one was Frank Caliendo. And Frank and I, we get along really well, and we both have kids. And I think we were at one time thought about doing some sort of podcast that either had to do with parenting or with our kids or something along that line. And I thought that would have been good. I like it.
Bobby can do impressions too.
That was the thing. Frank, I'm the only show that has Frank Caliendo on that doesn't make him do 1,000 impressions. He'll break into them while he's doing them, but I'm just interested in talking to him about him and his weird fucking life and how he's like a high ranked ping pong player. And
who is
Frank Caliendo is like rated in the world in playing ping pong.
So is Bobby. Bobby used to be in his 20s.
Yeah, I was number 17.
No, you were not.
Mush.
You're like 1 through 500 is all Japanese people.
Yeah, he doesn't have a trophy because they only did medals that year, but he does have it.
Dude, I am. Thank you, Mush. I'm not 17 in the world. I was 17 in America.
Oh, he's world ranked.
Yeah, I'm world ranked. I think I'm 76 world ranked.
Wow. Why aren't you doing more of that?
Because it's not something that I like to. It's not something I want to do. I don't want to taint it with adding some type of prestige to it or an outcome. I do it because I love doing it. I picked it up because I found out I was good at it just at a camp one time when I worked at this Jewish camp, and hey, you want to play ping pong? I was like, I don't even know what you play, and I wound up just beating everybody. And then I went on from there, and I would wind up just really playing well. And then before you knew it, I was at the Olympics and I had to go under an assumed name because of my age.
Sarah's asking the same question I am. Is this a bit? We're talking about, is this a bit? Are you trying to Mike Calta-lie me about ping pong?
No, I'm saying, Mush, will you tell him?
Yeah, he went to the Olympics. He didn't get to actually compete because I found out how old he was. But
yeah, I didn't compete, but I
how old were you?
I was 27 when I went. You're supposed to be younger than that, and I think the limit was 25. I was 2 years out of it, but I didn't. And when I competed once against Wing Lang, who was a champion from China.
I'm not buying.
Was not Wing Lang. Was his name Wing Lang?
Did you say Wing Lang?
I don't know if it was Wing Lang. Hang on, let me see. I think it was Wing. He was a champion. He wasn't their best. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't the best from China, but he was like probably the top 3 or 4.
Wang Lingen is currently ranked as the 12th in
Wang Lingen, that's his name.
That's the guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wang Lingen.
Probably that guy's like older brother or something.
It might have been. I mean,
this guy's 42.
Oh, okay.
And he's 6 foot. No,
that was him because he was very young when I played him, and that's what got me kicked out. Is that he
excuse me, you look too old to be here.
It's too old, right?
Yeah. How
and
many
then of course,
have you?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've played fucking everybody.
I would give anything to see you play Frank Caliendo at the Punch Out.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is that people make it about that, and that's why I stopped playing. You know what I mean?
Is that him?
Let me see. Where is it? Yeah. That's him. That's him. Wing Ling. And no, go back.
No, he left.
Why?
I think he accidentally left, but he was the one sharing the picture and he left.
I mean, look, if people don't want to believe it, mush you know it to be true.
You showed me the medal.
Well, I showed you the medal. I can't find it. Where?
Sorry.
It's in the house. I mean, you didn't have it in the shed.
Oh, I think I might have it in here.
Oh, okay.
I got so excited I knocked the wrong window out.
Where is the medal? Well, I think I do have the medal anywhere. Oh, here it is.
You see what Chris Collins said?
What?
Did you learn to play after you got shot in the ass in Vietnam? I'll go
There's
play.
The medal is right here.
Okay, Sarah brings up a good point. Judah Freelander is an amazing.
Here's the medal I got.
All right. That's not a medal.
This is the award I won.
No, it's not.
This is the award that I won.
That's a wireless speaker. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with here? I'm no
This is
novice
not
when
a
it comes to
wireless
lying.
This is not a wireless speaker.
Let me see the bottom.
The bottom of it is right here.
Let me see. No, let me see the other bottom. You fucking you wangling and liar.
Dude, this is the medal that I took the
What does it
laminate
say
off
on the
of.
top? What does it say on the top? What?
What? It doesn't say anything on the top.
No, let me see the other side.
Yeah, sure.
You are such a fucking liar.
What are you talking about, dude? This is it's a beautiful medal too. I love this medal. And it
Oh, it glow like Iron Man?
no, that's the theme they were going with that year.
Yeah, it's the Tony Stark stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet. Have you ever seen Judah play?
Huh?
Have you ever seen Judah play? Stop, your medal's opening.
Yes. Yeah, me and Judah went at it at Moon Tower for the comedy championship around 5 years ago.
Insane. It's unbelievable how good he is.
Yeah.
Judah will call his shot. He'll tell you where you're gonna miss.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that when you hit it back, where it's gonna go on his end of the table. He's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm as good as that. Probably I'm better than that because I don't really play those little games. But
I've only played with him, so I have not seen your expertise. I was beat by Judah. I was on the ill-fated Artie and Nick show with Judah.
Remember that?
Hey, do you know a guy named Don Sill?
Do I?
Wish to you?
No.
Bring him up.
He does he added me on Facebook and he does a podcast and he asked me to come on it, and he looks like he's had some famous people on it, but I don't know who he is.
It's so weird though. Podcasts, like you can just send a fucking email to somebody as like a representative, and you can get anybody to do podcasts now, like famous people.
Well, I mean, the first thing I look at is who else have they had on the show.
Well, all you need is one famous person on it, and then you're done.
Not really. Like, not really. Not for me. I need to see a history.
Yeah, but most stars don't even fucking go into that. You know what I mean?
Hold on. He's right here. I guess he's in there. He said, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to touch base and see if you're available for an interview this week or next. I host a talk show at Governor's Comedy Club on Long Island.
Oh, yeah. He actually hit me up too, and I couldn't find the email. I tried to re-find that email, and I couldn't find it.
Well, he asked me to come on, and I don't know. I know why he would ask you. I don't know why he would ask me, but I'm still interested.
Well, maybe he's a fan of the show.
Is it this guy?
That is him.
Let me see.
Got a nice head of hair on him.
Oh, great set of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Looks a little like a good-looking Danny LaBelle.
He looks like Chad Zumock trying to run from the law.
Oh my God, Chad in that fucking show today with Kevin. It was me and Kevin screaming at each other.
I want to watch that.
Yeah. He was a little mean. He said a little fucked up shit, but he doesn't care, I guess.
But that's also why he's not successful.
He said something about Keith that kind of bummed me out.
How's Keith doing?
Didn't bum me out, but he's doing all right.
What did he say?
He said he hopes he has a third stroke.
Jesus.
And I'm like, here's the deal though. Keith's son will come looking for you. You know what I mean? Keith's family will, I mean, you know, I know situations where Keith's had to call his son's back. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take care of it.
I know, but Keith makes jokes, so he can understand that it was a joke. Or was it?
Well, I guess that's why they love Kevin. I'm actually putting this on fucking eBay tonight.
Kevin Brand loves. I'll give you $10.
No.
Oh.
Make one of his fans pay $1,000.
I'm bidding on something right now that's ridiculous.
I know what it is.
I'm bidding on two things that are ridiculous right now.
What?
One is an autographed Mike McCready guitar.
Who?
The guitarist for Pearl Jam.
Are you really into them?
Yeah. And then the other thing is a game worn jersey from a Lightning player that was worn in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah.
That's going to be costly.
Why is it going to be costly?
Because I'm bidding on a player that nobody would want because my son has a special thing for this player.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden somebody starts outbidding me. I'm like, nobody would want this fucking jersey. But now somebody's up, and now I think they're doing it just to run me up.
Yeah. See, the last thing I got on eBay?
But I'm going to buy it. What do you got? What's the last thing you got?
What is that?
Is that Tito Santana?
No, it's Kerry Von Erich.
That's Von
Kerry
Erich.
Von Erich?
Yeah.
I hope you didn't pay more than $1 for that.
Is one of his legs fake?
Yeah, it's authentic. They're both made out of plastic.
Is that fucking nuts that one of his legs was fake? His foot was fake, actually?
Yeah.
Whose was Von Erich's?
Yeah.
Von Erich lost a foot and didn't tell anybody and would go into the ring with it. Now, did it ever come off, Mike?
A couple of times it would come off and he'd have this loose sock sometimes. Sometimes he had a prosthetic.
Did he have any video of that?
I haven't found video of it.
Mike, did you remember in the 90s there was a wrestler named Zach who was a one-legged wrestler?
Oh, yeah. Zach Gowen.
Zach Gowen, yeah.
Yeah. You know what's a funny story about that?
Yeah.
Is that they meant to hire somebody else that was a one-legged wrestler.
That's right. That's right.
The wrong guy.
I talked to Zach before he went to the WWE, and I said, you got to convince them, because the whole thing, they were like, oh, look at the heart on this kid, a one-legged wrestler. I said, you got to convince them to hide your one leg. And he's like, why? I go, because then in a match, you have the guy rip it off. Can you imagine if we didn't know and all of a sudden the guy ripped your leg off and then you take it and beat him with the leg for the championship? Dude, that'd be fucking great.
That's kind of how they revealed him, isn't it? Like he was a guy in the audience and they accidentally took his leg off.
Yeah. But still, you knew right out of the gate. So much shit. You can't hide stuff in wrestling anymore. So everything that happens, you already know about it. It's not fun anymore.
It's not at all.
What happened to wrestling?
I don't know, because you can't even blame Triple H, because I like some of the things he did. But I don't know. They waste. They get these good talent, and then they don't know what to do with them. And they build them up, and it becomes big, and then they just let it go, or they run it into the fucking ground to where you're like, I don't even want to see this guy anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not fun anymore. I mean, granted, I know I'm almost 50 years old now, but I always loved the business of it. Now I don't even care. I don't even watch AEW. I'm out of the whole thing. They're moving their operation to Tampa. They're doing all their shows from the Thunderdome now, from the Tropicana Field where the Rays play. Mm-hmm. And I don't care. And then WrestleMania, I heard, is going to be here in March, and I had tickets for the last one that was supposed to be here, and I didn't go, and it never happened. And I'm like, I don't even care if I go to this one. It just sucks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just in the Stone Cold was interviewing McMahon, and he was trying to get him like, what's wrong with these new kids? They're like, they don't want to be the fucker. They don't want to be the motherfucker. It's like they're just worried about getting fired. And no one's taking risks. And he was like, you know,
it's a different world. Too. Stone Cold can the attitude culture of WWE, that attitude era doesn't exist anymore. And you can't be that guy throwing middle fingers and yelling at people and hitting girls and all that stuff because you'll lose your shit over that.
And the attitude era, explain that to me. I know what it is, but just explain it.
That was the like the 90s to the early 2000s where they were dirty, where they did cursing and they did all this stuff. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Fat JC what he just wrote. Did you see? Well,
I understand.
Happened to wrestling. You're not 10.
I understand, but the thing is that I'm close to the business because I've known a lot of these guys live here. A lot of these guys are friends of ours. I've been dealing with the business for 20 years, and I just saw it just go right off I used to host a wrestling show on the sports radio station.
Yeah,
when I was in my 20s.
There's a difference between like Doink the Clown and then when the Four Horsemen broke Dusty Rhodes' leg and made it seem like they really busted his leg open. It's like watching that on TV, it was like, oh, this is a compelling television. It was, it was like not real, but it was compelling.
Mush. Is the Montreal Screwjob with Bret Hart real or not?
Oh, you mean like was he in on it?
Was he in on it?
I don't think he was.
That's what all the wrestlers say.
There's like a lot of like it's a new flat earth thing to say that Bret Hart knew about it.
I've been saying he knew about it forever, and X-Pac and everybody else still swear that he didn't, and I think it's because they didn't know. But I've met Bret before, and I don't know. I feel like he knew. I feel like that was their exit plan with the catch up later plan, and I think Bret's just that kind of guy.
It's not impossible. I just don't see everything that happened after, especially with the way he was with the company. And the way everyone else left after him.
And then he went back.
Well, he went back after they paid him a bunch of money and apologized to him. So
yeah, and I know, and he did get to spit in Vince McMahon's face.
Yeah, he got to beat up Shawn Michaels and spit in Vince McMahon's face. So.
I just watched the whole thing on,
real quick about that. He really did punch Vince McMahon, and he really did hit Shawn Michaels back.
But Vince McMahon would take the punch for the bit.
Yeah, well, that's a cool story. Hopefully, it's true. Where he was when he tells it, he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna take a shower, and if you're still out here, I'm gonna punch you in the face." And he took a shower, and he was still out there, so he punched him in the face. Which is like that's what men used to do. And
I did that one time.
Oh, I know you would do that. But
I was in the car with.
What was her name?
Sally. I was in the car with a friend of mine, and he kept asking me. I bought these tickets for Van Halen. And he kept saying, he's like, I know you bought them online. I didn't know you didn't wait in line. I'm like, I waited in line for fucking hours for him. And he kept bothering me for and we were in the car. We were in a Wendy's drive-thru. And I looked at him and I said, if you say it again, I'm going to punch you in the face. And he laughed. And then he said it again. And I just went, pew, punch him right in the face, right in the jaw, left-handed, right across the car.
What did he do? What did he do?
Still friends. He just looked at me. He goes, "You're a real asshole. You know that?" And I go, "I warned you. I fucking warned you."
Joel Van, I can't imagine how turned on this talk gets the ladies. We were just talking about belly button hernia surgeries. So.
Yeah, and taking a dump on the fucking table.
Listen, I have to go because I have to take my son to hockey. But we have to. Here's a guest that we have to have on the show, and that's Marty Gianetti.
Oh yeah.
Marty Gianetti used to be part of the Rockers with Shawn Michaels. They were like the biggest tag team, but Marty Gianetti is certifiably fucking insane.
Yeah.
And there's so many things to get him on.
Mosh, you got to put a list of famous people we had on the show and then send an email out. We got to form an email, craft an email, and we'll help you with it. And then that way you send out to get these people.
Gotcha.
Marty Gianetti recently said on a podcast that he thinks he killed a guy while he was drunk and doesn't remember all the details. He's the fucking best. That's him. Yeah.
That
I've partied with him.
Bowling alley.
Yeah.
And some gay guy tried to hit on him, and he accidentally killed him. So
Jesus Christ,
dude. Then he was dating a girl who had a daughter. He still has the hair. He was dating a girl who had a daughter, and then him and the mother broke up, and then he met the girl after she was 18, and he started banging the daughter. And then he used to live in Orlando, and his fiance cheated on him with one of the Magic players. And now every time he sees basketball games, he cries. Oh, dude, he's the fucking best guy in the world to talk to.
Let's try to get him on. Next week, we have Kevin Brennan on. Mushy's going to hook that up.
Bobby, good luck with your surgery tomorrow. Please text me and let me know it went okay.
I absolutely will. I'll let you guys know.
You are raising a wonderful child.
Why is that?
Did you hear about what he did today?
No, what did he do?
My daughter wanted to play with your son, but he had homework to do. So he answered the call and Dawn said, Max, you can't talk. You have homework. He goes, let me just answer the phone to tell her. And she was like, okay, go ahead. Meanwhile, he had already answered. And he looked at Juliana and he said, Juliana, I can't talk because I have to go finish my homework. Then I'll call you. And you look beautiful today.
He said that?
Fucking kid's the best, man. He is the fucking best. I love that kid.
All right, man.
Will you take a picture of your belly scar for me?
I'll take a picture of before and after.
All right. Shave
All right, guys. Listen,
your pubes.
Ladybugs, I love you. You guys are the best. All the new Ladybugs, what's up? I want to make sure you guys go and subscribe, review on YouTube page, our YouTube, Calta and Kelly. Make sure you subscribe and spread the word, retweet and reply and do all the stuff on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you remember that. And go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly. If you guys want to watch these live, you want the extra Friday show, you want the extra 10 UIKWD, and of course, be part of our JO show on Saturday night where we let all you guys come into the Zoom and hang with us. That's on patreon.com. If you're watching this, then you should be a member up there. And Mike, have a great night. Mush, what do you got? Oh, yeah. And the January 30th, I will be doing a live show in Connecticut, 100 seats available. You can go if you're in the area. But if you're not, worldwide, you can watch it on pay-per-view, me live. I need you guys to take the links, retweet them, spread the word, and get that shit out there. If you guys can, help me out with this. And
Bobby,
that's that.
On the 29th, would it be too close for us to do something live in New York or in Jersey or somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
No, I mean, like, I don't know mentally if you want to work on something else while you already have a show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
All right, we'll figure it out. But I'm coming up for that for sure.
All right, perfect.
All right, good luck tomorrow. I'll text you later on tonight.
All right, Mush, what do you got?
Follow me at Mike V. Suarez. And next week, the 18th through 20th, I'll be at Laugh Out Loud San Antonio with Paul Verzi. So check those shows out.
The Mush.
There you go. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Not me, but Mike. Hopefully I'm around.
7 o'clock tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay. Works for me.
All right. See you boys tomorrow. Good luck, Bob.
Not me. Not me.
Works for me. Me involved. My new best friend. Bye.
Bye-bye.
They're number one best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not 'cause Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and